A handbag is just an accessory, right? Wrong. In The Devil Wears Prada, when Andy tries to dismiss a simple blue sweater as just a sweater, Miranda Priestly destroys her with an iconic monologue about how every detail in the fashion world carries layers of history, status, and choices. Now, apply that same idea to handbags. They don't just carry your keys, wallet, and phone. They carry your image. A woman can be in jeans and a t-shirt, but with the right bag, she transforms from basic to unforgettable. What's fascinating is that these pieces aren't just about design. They tell people who you are, who you aspire to be, and even who they perceive you to be. Think of Jackie Kennedy with her iconic Gucci, or Grace Kelly, who immortalized the Hermès bag that now bears her name. These women knew how to use handbags as a silent secret of power and sophistication. Now let me tell you something. Not all bags have this effect. Some can make you look careless or even vulgar, a mistake we at Lucrative Elegance would never accept. Others, however, have the almost magical ability to transform your presence. Want to know which ones? Before we dive in, let me introduce myself. I'm Carol, and my goal here is simple: to teach you how to be a more elegant, strategic, and powerful woman. If that resonates with you, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and hit the like button. And don't forget, in the pinned comment, you'll find a link to my ebook, Be Elegant While Traveling: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. If you dream of gliding through airports with Melania Trump's poise and Nicole Kidman's confident gaze, this ebook is for you. Now let's get to the point. If handbags can be a symbol of wealth and elegance, why do so many women still make mistakes when choosing them? First bag, Chanel 2.55, the innovation that gave women freedom. In the 1950s, women's fashion was full of suffocating rules. Clutches and handheld bags dominated the scene, forcing women to constantly keep their hands occupied. At the time, functionality in women's fashion was almost taboo. A woman was meant to be seen but never appear practical or functional. Aesthetic beauty was prioritized over comfort. But in February 1955, something unexpected happened. Coco Chanel launched the 2.55, and with it, a clear message. The modern woman no longer had to sacrifice practicality to be seen as elegant. The long, adjustable chain strap broke every existing norm. Now, women's hands were free to hold a book, a coffee, or even the arm of someone special. It was a simple yet revolutionary change. The 2.55's design wasn't just an aesthetic choice. It was a response to the growing need for women to have more autonomy in their daily lives. It gave them freedom of movement, perfectly aligning with the spirit of the time and the beginning of a cultural shift. The quilted matelassé design with its diamond pattern wasn't merely decorative. It was inspired by the jackets worn by jockeys at racetracks Chanel frequented. But here's an interesting contrast. The inspiration came from a predominantly male environment, and what did Chanel do? She took that functional reference and transformed it into something feminine, elegant, and, above all, useful. Another detail? The Mademoiselle lock. A choice as simple as the design itself, but one that told a story. Coco Chanel never married, and the name Mademoiselle was almost a silent signature of her independence. Today, you might think, okay, the Chanel 2.55 is beautiful and has history, but is it worth the price? That's what many women wonder before investing in a piece like this. The answer lies in the data. According to the luxury market, a classic Chanel bag appreciates between 8% and 10% per year. That means the 2.55 isn't just an accessory, it's an asset. While trends come and go, the 2.55's value keeps increasing, making it one of the safest fashion investments. Carrying a 2.55 connects you to a legacy of independence, functionality, and forward-thinking vision. More importantly, it sends a message to the world that you understand the power of pieces that last and tell a story without needing to say a word. The interesting thing is that, decades later, women of all generations continue to wear the 2.55, not just because it's a status symbol, but because it remains practical. That brings us back to the original point. The design that revolutionized the market in the 1950s is still irreplaceable for modern women who want beauty and functionality to go hand in hand. So, is the Chanel 2.55 just a handbag? Absolutely not. It's a reminder of how small changes can have a big impact, and how freedom of movement and choice never go out of style. Second bag, Hermès Kelly. When style becomes a shield. In 1956, an image changed fashion history. Grace Kelly, then Princess of Monaco, was photographed by paparazzi using a Hermès bag to cover her belly, hiding a pregnancy she wasn't yet ready to announce publicly. That moment went viral. Yes, there was an analog version of virality back then, and turned the bag into a global object of desire. But the most interesting part is that the Kelly bag's story begins long before that. The bag was originally created in 1935 by Hermès and was initially called the sac à dépêche. It was designed as a functional piece for women who needed something practical yet structured. The bag was rigid, spacious, and durable, with a trapezoidal shape that kept items in place. Its structure was reminiscent of travel bags, which were Hermès's specialty at the time. So, in its early years, it didn't carry the glamour it has today. When the Hollywood actress turned princess used the bag as a physical and emotional barrier against intrusive gazes, she gave the accessory an entirely new meaning. Suddenly, the bag was no longer just functional. It became a symbol of protection, grace, and privacy. In honor of the princess, Hermès renamed the model the Kelly bag. Why does the Kelly remain so relevant? The Kelly's design is the embodiment of less is more. It doesn't have flashy logos or extravagant details. Everything about it is about quality. The stitching is done by hand. The rigid structure maintains its flawless shape for decades, and the leather is treated to withstand the test of time. This timeless minimalism has a powerful effect. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." Instead, it whispers confidence and impeccable taste. We live in an era where many brands compete for attention with oversized logos and bold designs, but the Kelly goes in the opposite direction. It doesn't need to be ostentatious to stand out. This can be a dilemma for those seeking instant validation. After all, some people might not immediately recognize that it's a Hermès bag. What makes someone choose a Kelly? For those who understand fashion, the Kelly is a symbol of silent achievement. It's not just about having money, it's about having an eye for pieces that transcend time and trends. More than that, carrying a Kelly is almost like carrying a piece of Grace Kelly's legacy, a woman who balanced beauty, career, and royalty with mastery. According to The Real, a Kelly bag in excellent condition can appreciate by up to 10% per year. Additionally, in auctions, special edition Kelly bags can sell for over $100,000, making them a valuable financial asset. The Kelly is more than just a formal bag. It teaches us that sometimes, less truly is more. That true elegance doesn't need to be exaggerated or explained. And most importantly, that a single piece can carry stories that connect us to something greater, like the journey of a woman who used a simple accessory not just to transform her style, but also to navigate the world with grace. So, by choosing a Kelly, you're choosing a state of mind, discreet, intentional, and above all, timeless. And in a world where everything is so fleeting, perhaps that's exactly what makes it so special. Third bag, Louis Vuitton Alma, when art meets fashion. In 1934, Gaston Louis Vuitton created the Alma, a handbag that captured the essence of Paris at the time. But here's the intriguing detail. The Alma was originally a special gift for none other than Coco Chanel. She requested something unique, structured, and functional, without sacrificing elegance. Chanel loved the bag so much that she granted Louis Vuitton permission to commercialize it years later. So, before it was even available to the public, the Alma already carried an aura of exclusivity. Its design was inspired by the Art Deco movement, which dominated the 1930s. The bag's elegant geometry and curved lines reflect the characteristics of this architectural style that defined Paris. The Alma's rigid structure was a milestone in functionality. At the time, the idea of a handbag that maintained its shape while carrying everyday essentials was a novelty. Why does this structure still matter today? Think about contemporary fashion. Slouchy pieces, oversized clothing, and soft, shapeless bags are everywhere. They may be comfortable, but they often convey a sense of disorganization. The Alma defies this trend. Its structured design communicates order, intention, and control. It's as if it silently states, "I care about the details." Many women feel that keeping up with modern trends means sacrificing classic elegance. But here's the secret. The Alma solves this dilemma. It is timeless, yet never outdated. With materials ranging from the classic monogram canvas to vibrant epi-leather, it adapts effortlessly to both professional attire and casual chic looks. Did you know that the Alma is one of the most customizable Louis Vuitton bags? With the Monogram service, you can add your initials and choose from various color combinations. This proves that even after nearly 90 years, the Alma remains relevant across generations. Additionally, according to Vestiaire Collective's luxury resale report, the Alma retains up to 70% of its original value in the secondary market, depending on its condition. In other words, it's not just an accessory, it's an investment. The modern dilemma: functionality or style. The Alma challenges this choice. Its double handles allow you to carry it by hand or on your arm, while its firm base protects your belongings. And since it's compact without being too small, it's practical without compromising on aesthetics. Coco Chanel knew exactly what she wanted when she requested this bag, something functional that never sacrificed elegance. What does the Alma truly represent? It reflects how women can balance tradition and modernity. In a world that often prioritizes the fleeting, the Alma is a reminder that true style withstands time, carrying history, functionality, and a touch of Paris in every detail. So by choosing the Alma, you're sending a message to the world that you value the balance between aesthetics and practicality, and that you understand that sometimes it's the simplest details that make all the difference. Fourth bag, Lady Dior. When a bag tells a story of confidence. In 1995, Princess Diana was at the center of global attention. During an official visit to France, she received a gift from First Lady Bernadette Chirac, a Dior handbag that, at the time, had no name. Diana was soon seen carrying the bag on multiple important occasions, and it quickly earned a nickname that echoed everywhere: Lady Dior. The Lady Dior became inseparable from Diana for a reason. It perfectly encapsulated the transition she was going through. She was stepping away from the traditional, reserved role of a princess and emerging as a more independent and confident figure. And the Lady Dior, with its feminine aesthetic and carefully crafted details, accompanied her on this new journey. How does the Lady Dior reflect this story? It all starts with the design. The canage quilting, inspired by the 19th century chairs used in Napoleon III's court, blends tradition with modernity. This subtle yet textured pattern adds depth without being excessive. The delicate metal charms spelling DIOR sway gently, adding movement and charm, a small detail that captures just the right amount of attention. We live in a world where femininity is often associated with either excess or fragility. The Lady Dior challenges this notion. It is delicate yet structured. It is not a loud statement piece, but it also never goes unnoticed. For Diana, this balance perfectly reflected her own duality. She was a kind and graceful woman, but one whose strength and determination captivated the world. A Harper's Bazaar study listed the Lady Dior as one of the most globally recognizable handbags, even among those who don't closely follow fashion. Additionally, art market research reports that Dior handbags, especially the Lady Dior, have consistently appreciated in value in recent years, making it a highly sought-after investment. Why do so many women still desire the Lady Dior? Because it is a tool of empowerment. Diana carried the bag at public events that shaped her image as an independent and approachable woman, visiting hospitals, meeting world leaders, and stepping confidently into a new phase of her life. The Lady Dior, with its structured shape and graceful handles, always seemed to say, "I am in control." But does it fit the modern world? The answer lies in its versatility. The Lady Dior has been reinvented in various colors, materials, and sizes, yet it remains true to its essence. Today, it can be styled with a classic dress or paired with wide-leg jeans and a blazer, proving that femininity doesn't have to be confined to just one aesthetic. This bag is a reminder that, like Diana, women can be both strong and delicate. It is not just a symbol of royalty. It is a celebration of the duality that every woman carries within herself. By choosing a Lady Dior, you are choosing a piece that speaks for you. A story of quiet confidence, of beauty that doesn't seek validation, and of strength expressed through the subtlest details. After all, true elegance is about how you carry your choices, and the Lady Dior is the perfect companion to tell that story. The big question: what's the point of the right bag if your presence doesn't match? A flawless accessory can only do so much. If your attitude falls short, elegance is lost. And the worst part? Many women don't even realize the mistakes they're making. Owning an iconic bag is a strategic step in conveying elegance and status, but there's something money can't buy: class. And believe me, this is the difference between looking rich and truly embodying elegance. Have you ever seen women wearing the most expensive pieces yet failing to exude refinement? Meanwhile, others, with seemingly simple choices, effortlessly radiate an air of exclusivity? If your handbags say a lot about you, your posture says even more. So the question is, are you truly building an image of elegance, or are you unknowingly making mistakes that undermine your presence? For a real-life example, look no further than Melania Trump and Lauren Sanchez, two women who move among the world's wealthiest and most powerful, yet project completely different messages. Want to know why? In the next video, you'll see how money and good taste don't always go hand in hand, and what really defines an elegant woman. Comment below, the right bag changes everything, if you enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts and which of these bags best matches your style. And if you want to become more elegant, more strategic, and more successful, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and leave a like. Elegance is not just a detail, it's an asset. Check the pinned comment for links to elegant products I'm affiliated with, so you can elevate your style with the right choices.